Good morning, everyone, to all my fellow Toastmaster and guests. Welcome to joint weekly meeting of Storyteller Club and Leaders Club. I'm Hirinder, your Sergeant at Arms for today's meeting. When I first joined Toastmaster, I thought I would sit quietly for a week or maybe couple of months, just listen to others. But that's not the idea that Toastmaster team has here, because here I am again doing Sergeant at Arms for the third time, and I'm glad because each time I take the stage, even briefly, I get a little more comfortable with my discomfort. That's what Toastmaster does so well. It turns nervous beginners into confident leaders, one small role at a time. As the saying goes, don't wait for the confidence to take action, and confidence will follow. So, whether you are giving your first speech today or just clapping from the outside, you are on the right path. As everybody in their life has a mission to achieve their goals, likewise, our Toastmaster Club also has a mission. The mission of our Toastmaster Club is to provide a supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self confidence and personal growth. During the meeting, we follow some ground rules, such as we do not speak on facts, religion, and politics, so please refrain from discussing these when you speak. Please ensure your phones are on silent and be respectful for the speakers by minimizing distractions. Without further ado, let's begin. Please help me welcome our presiding officer for today's meeting, distinguished Toastmaster Mohit Sahani.
Thank you, Toastmaster Inder, for that amazing start to this meeting. And like you rightly said, there should be a bias towards action. There should be a feeling of being involved and engaged. And that's how we grow and that's how we achieve the best. So thank you for encouraging us all to do that. And Toastmasters is the place where you are not going to sit idle. You're not going to just watch everything that's happening. You are going to be fully engaged, and that's how we all grow. So, on that note, I would like to request everybody to switch on your cameras. Let's see all the beautiful faces. Let's do the virtual handshake by switching on our cameras. Yes, we do have cameras getting switched on. Seema, Shikha, Megha, seeing you after a while. Pihu, I don't think many of us wouldn't even have seen you. So can you switch on your camera? Amazing.
Hello, everyone.
Hi. All right. Thank you. Hi, Megha. Seeing you after a while. Hope you've been doing well.
Yeah, I was doing well, but I was traveling since long, so I was not able to join the meeting.
Okay, that's okay. Good. Yeah, traveling also teaches us a lot. And the good thing about our virtual meetings is that we can still join in from different places. So, where is everybody joining in from? Put it on the chat box or share it here. Where are you joining from? Which city are you in?
Delhi.
Okay. Virender is from Delhi. Where else is everybody from? Okay. A lot of Delhiites here. Okay. Noor Mohammed is joining from Salmaya, Kuwait. Wow, that's amazing. Megha is joining from Gujarat. Prem is back in Gurgaon. And distinguished Toastmaster Harish is joining from Dubai. Mukesh is just back from Banaras. Fantastic. Okay. It's really good to know each other a little better. And we have our dear friend Bonnie as well. Hi, Bonnie. How have you been?
Good morning, everyone. I am good, sir. You tell?
I'm even better after seeing you.
Same here, sir. Same here.
Are you here in town or are you traveling?
Yes. I am. I am not traveling anywhere, sir. I am in town. And first of all, like I am feeling extremely very elated because I think that it is perhaps second or I think perhaps first time that I am joining your club's meeting, if I'm not wrong. Once I joined a contest,
Wow.
like around 12 years ago.
Okay. So, what makes you join after such a long time?
The first thing is that like Toastmaster Mag had asked me to take a role, so I could not accept that. So she said that at least you can join our meeting as a guest. And secondly, I have always been interested to be like part of this club in any capacity, whether it is like as a guest or in any whatever capacity, as a contest official or whatever it be. So I did not want to miss this opportunity.
It's really great. And it's also good to see the Toastmasters background. It looks like you are, have you already become a member again, or are you intending to join?
I'm also wearing the t-shirt of Toastmasters.
Oh, wow. Amazing. Amazing. So, yeah, on that note, see, there's one mistake that I think I have made in my life, and that is that I have spent a lot of years in not being truly excited or truly happy about the places I was part of. Like initially in my Toastmasters journey, I used to shy away from telling people that I'm a Toastmaster. What would they think? And, they will make up stories and all that. Similarly, I think many of you might be able to relate with that. But when I realized that we need to be proud of the place where we are in, like Toastmaster Bonnie, or soon to be Toastmaster Bonnie again, is wearing the t-shirt of Toastmasters. We have the background of Toastmasters. We celebrate Toastmasters. We are proud of being a Toastmaster, aren't we? How many of you are proud to be Toastmasters? Okay, a lot of show of hands there. Okay, Arjun is like all laughs. I don't know what makes you laugh, Arjun.
Mahak is also not raising her hand. Why are you not targeting her?
Okay, Megha has her hand raised. Okay, a lot of you are very proud of being Toastmasters. That's really great, because the more you accept and the more you are proud of what you belong to, the more you gain benefit out of that. So on that note, I want to ask you a couple of questions about Toastmasters. Let's see how well do we know Toastmasters, okay? And this is like a buzzer round. And our guests, Shikha, I think, is a guest. Some of us are guests. They'll, in the process, get to know a little bit more about Toastmasters. Let's start with an easy question. When was Toastmasters established? Which year?
1924. It's there on the background of everyone.
Okay, it's there on the background. Exactly, yeah. 1924. It's 101 years already. Okay, which district do we, Leaders Connect and Storytellers, belong to?
I think
What
this
is the district?
41.
Okay, that's not bad at all. Okay. We got to like raise our hands, and then I'm going to pick up the person to answer, so everybody gets a fair chance. Okay, this is a question where you can give an approximate answer. Whoever gets the closest answer will win. Okay. How many active Toastmasters are there currently worldwide?
10 million.
10 million. Okay. Okay. All right. More answers? Colonel Prem thinks it's 5,000. Bonnie, you have your hand raised. Go ahead.
Approximately 1.5 million.
1.5 million. Okay, I'm going to let distinguished Toastmaster Harish answer that. Actually, I think he's going to know it better than any one of us. So go for it, distinguished Toastmaster Harish.
272,000 members.
Oh.
So that's 272,000. Is that right? Okay. Yeah. Okay. That's, I'm sure, is the right answer. So let's have a round of applause for distinguished Toastmaster Harish. And you can always check it. This is like public information. Everybody can check it. There are worldwide around 2.5 or 275,000 members. Okay. There are two things. Okay, let's go with this one. Who is the founder of Toastmasters International?
Modi ji.
Modi ji. Okay. 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 Before.
Also tell which Modi. There are too many.
Lalit Modi. Okay. Okay. I'm going to come to distinguished Toastmaster Harish, but let's see the knowledge of other members first. Okay. Somebody thinks it's Modi. Who else? Okay. Our guest Noor Mohammed has said Ralph C. Modi. Okay. What do others think? Any other raise of hands? I see Bonnie's raise of hand. Nobody else knows. This is your organization. You've been part of it for a while. You got to know the founder. Okay. Colonel Prem, do you know? You're Googling it up. I know.
Okay. No idea. Must be, I think, started in US, so must be some American person.
Okay, yes.
Arjun is mentioning Ralph S.M. Modi.
Okay, I'm going to let Toastmaster Bonnie go for it. Yeah, Bonnie.
Ralph C. Smedley.
Ralph C. Smedley. Yes, that is the right answer. Round of applause for Bonnie. And this is something everyone should remember. Okay, next question. How many core values are there of Toastmasters? Number of core values of Toastmasters. I have two show of hands there, but I'm going to wait for others. Okay, you can make a wild guess also. Ravinder, good morning. We are doing a quiz here, and I'm being the quiz master. It's always better to be on this side of the table. So, how many core values does Toastmasters have? Rashi is saying 4 or 5. Okay. Rashi, make up your mind and let us know. Hirinder says it's 4. Okay. Okay, yes, there are 4 core values of Toastmasters. Can somebody share all 4 core values in the right order? Any show of hands there? Okay, guest knows, says it's IRSE. I don't even know what that means. So, okay, Hirinder has put it there on the chat box. Integrity, respect, service, and excellence. How many think that is the right answer? Give me a show of hands. Okay, Colonel Prem thinks it's the right answer. Okay, bonus question. Why is that order important? Can anybody answer that? Or is that even important?
I think, it makes that acronym rise.
No, it doesn't. It makes it IRSE. It would have been a nice acronym if we went with the respect first. But why is I coming first?
Achha, I think that's most important, I think, actually.
Exactly, yes. This order is important, and Colonel Prem answered it right. If there is no integrity, rest of the core values don't matter. So integrity always comes first. So hopefully this little quiz has helped you understand a bit about Toastmasters, all the guests and even existing Toastmasters. I will make a couple of announcements and then we will jump into the theme of the meeting and I'll hand over to the Toastmaster of the day. The announcement is that our club elections for Leaders Connect Toastmasters Club will happen next week. So anybody who is a member is eligible to contest for all the 7 positions which are open. Yes, all the 7 positions. You just have to let your nomination be visible to the nomination committee. You will get to hear more about who is the nomination committee. You can run the club as the president. You can, of course, you have to win the vote of the members. So all the members will vote. All the members are eligible to contest. So next week is going to be really exciting. Do join in because we need a minimum of 50% of members to be present in order for the elections to be valid. And yes, with that, we come to the theme of today's meeting. Our theme for today's meeting is quite interesting. It's all about tantras and mantras and all those special forces that are always around us, which I know very little about. Our Toastmaster Arjun is going to shed light on all this. Toastmaster Arjun has completed projects for the Indian government involving supercomputers, drones, geophysics, and artificial intelligence. He enjoys performing improv comedy and reading. So without further ado, let us call on stage our dear friend, Toastmaster Arjun. Stage is yours.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Mohit, for that wonderful introduction and that amazing quiz. I did not know about some of those things. So, yes, the theme of the day. I mean, we have all heard that everything that we perceive or everything in life that happens because of our mind. Everything actually is coming through the mind. And so every tradition, every religion tells us about the importance of purifying the mind, of training the mind, and of controlling everything, because everything happiness comes from within. We've all heard that. And so when we try to then, okay, let's see, let me try to work with the mind, let me try to control it or shape it how I want it to be, or return kindness for selfishness or something like that, and we find that we are completely helpless. Our willpower does not work at all. And so then we run into this problem. Okay, I know that I'm supposed to do this, that everything that happens in the world is because of my mind, and I am in the power of choosing my response. I mean, we've all heard this stuff, like we all have the power to choose, we all have, but then when there is an actual pressure situation, right, even when we are highly trained, for example, if we are in a cricket match and we are in a stadium where a lakh people are chanting our name and we have to hit. I think we just have to not get out for the next 6 balls or something like that. We all know ki, in this situation, we should not take pressure. We should just focus on playing the ball as it is and then just hit it on its merit. But how many of us can do that? Like the ones who can, they become champions, and the rest of us, we just don't understand, like, why not? And so the way of the will, everybody has realized that the way of willpower does not really work to train the mind. And so all this philosophical stuff is good, but people have realized, especially in this Indian subcontinent, that because we had time to think, because food was always plentiful, and so there was time to develop all these techniques. That yes, all these philosophical concepts of Jainism, Buddhism, all these like basic concepts are good, but then we need special methods to train the mind. And a lot of these special methods to train the mind are given the name of tantras. The name of tantra in the popular culture is is like spoiled in a way, because either you associate it with very scary looking aghori type people meditating in cremation ground and playing with human bones or decomposing human remains, or you find the Western people engaging in what they wanted to do sensually and giving it the name of tantra. Oh, yeah, we are practicing tantra. But actually, how many of you knew that if you have ever meditated on, say, or even chanted a mantra, you are actually practicing a kind of tantra. If you have kept a picture of a deity somewhere, it is actually a kind of tantra. If you Tantra, at the end of the day, it means technically very simple. It has been very corrupted its meaning, or it's like very popularized for the wrong reasons. It's actually very simple, and we should all like look into it, like stripped of its cultural association. And so that is going to be my attempt for this Toastmaster theme today. For now, we are going to proceed with our meeting, and as always, a Toastmaster meeting is comprised of three sections: the prepared speeches section, the evaluation section, and the table topic section. So in the first section, you'll have prepared speeches by speakers, and the evaluators will come. And for now, I will invite the general evaluator of the day, Toastmaster Mehak, to explain her role for this meeting.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Arjun, for inviting me on stage. Greetings, everyone. I am today playing the role of General Evaluator. And as a General Evaluator, my role is divided in three parts. The first part being the evaluation of the speeches that would be done by the speech evaluators. The second part being the evaluations that would be undertaken by the tag team players, that are timer, R counter, and grammarian. And the third part being the evaluation, that is the overall evaluation for the meeting that would be conducted by me. So first, let's have on stage the tag team players, our timer, our counter, and grammarian to share their roles. First, let's start with the timer for the meeting. I would like to invite on stage our timer for the day to please, our timer for the day, Toastmaster Pihu, to please explain her role as the timer.
Good morning, everyone. I am Pihu Singla. I hope I am audible. So I will be serving as your timer for today's meeting, and my role is to help speakers to stay within their allotted time and ensure that the session flows smoothly. So I will be using some color cues to signal your time status. The green color means the minimum time has been reached. Yellow means it's time to start wrapping up. And the red means the time is over. I look forward to supporting all of you throughout the meeting. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Pihu, for sharing your role. May I know that you would be sharing your cards in the background or as a screen share?
Yes, I do have the backgrounds. Let me just put it on.
All right, it's visible. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Pihu, for explaining your role as the timer. Next, let's have on stage a grammarian for the day, Toastmaster Seema, to explain her role.
Hi, good morning, everybody. As stated by General Evaluator, I would be playing the role of grammarian. And here I would be telling you the word of the day as well as idiom of the day. Along with that, I'll be keeping a note of everyone's right usage as well as the areas to improve as far as grammar is concerned. So the word of the day is methodical, which is systematic. So, in order to do anything in life, one has to be methodical. We all can use it in our speeches or uh, any which ways you are going to perform on the stage. You can definitely use it. And the idiom of the day is adversity and loss make a man wise. Adversity and loss make a man wise. So, with this, I hand over the stage to the general evaluator, and I believe everyone we can share idioms as well as proverbs. This is a proverb. I hope that's fine with everybody. Is it okay, General Evaluator? It's a proverb, actually. Is it okay?
All right. Can you also share this in the chat so that everyone can
Sure.
refer to it?
Sure. I will. Thank you. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Seema, for sharing the role as the grammarian. Next, we have the role of an R counter, and the role of an R counter is open. So I would want anyone who would like to volunteer for the role, the floor is open. And if you want to volunteer, wish to take up this role, you may do so now. Anyone who is willing to take the role of an R counter?
I take it, Mehak, if that's okay. I won't be able to open my camera, but I can take it.
All right. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Ashish. You may please be on stage and can explain the role of an R counter.
Thank you, General Evaluator Toastmaster Mehak. We all know that the unintended pauses or the filler words in our speeches tend to be the stealers, tend to be the thieves who take away the impact of our speech. And today, my role is exactly on that, to count all such filler words or all such speed breakers that are stealing the impact of your speeches. And when called upon by the General Evaluator, I'll be sharing the report. Also, I'll be sharing who's the perfect speaker of the day who does not use any filler word. And for that, I have one tip for you. Whenever you feel like using a filler or a crutch word, replace it by a pause. So let's pause. Let's say yes to the pause and no to the fillers, and look forward to a report at the end of the session when I share who are the ones who are the perfect speakers of the day today. Perfect speakers of the day. Back to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Ashish, for sharing your role as an R counter, and thank you so much for taking up this role at the last minute. Now, I would like to explain my role. I would provide the overall feedback from the meeting, starting from how we started and how we ended the meeting. We'll take up this towards the end of the session, that is in the general evaluation segment. Until that, keep using the word of the day, be mindful about the time, and keep control over your R's and G's. Now, I would present the stage back to our Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Arjun, to take forward. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Toastmaster Mehak. So the history of the tantras has always been subject to revisions. it's very natural because all the Buddhists will say, oh yeah, the Buddha invented, the Buddha came up with all the tantras, and all the Shaivites will say, oh yeah, these things were there ever since the Vedas had come and all that. I'm not here to debate all this, but according to like objective scholars, neutral people, they say that the tantras were composed somewhere around like about 100, 200. That's where they started with the start of the Shaivite movement, which is the evolution of the Vedic deity Rudra. Rudra turned into Shiva, and Shiva worship turned into developed all these techniques, which eventually around 1000 CE, it all culminated into its highest form of Kashmir Shaivism. And all of the stuff that we all have heard of in in very, we have all heard of Kundalini stuff, chakras, awakening, and all that. No, so that is all actually part of this bunch of techniques called Kashmir Shaivism. It's all very delineated in those texts. And the guy named Abhinav Gupta. Abhinav Gupta is a scholar who lived around 900 CE or 1000 CE, and he is the one who compiled this. Like whatever he could find at that time, he compiled them into one text, and so that becomes the Indian branch of Tantra. Around 700 AD, because Buddhism was under pressure here in India by the Advaita movement and other stuff, so then some of these Indian masters were trying to go to Tibet, and and the kings over there were also inviting these Buddhist masters, these tantric masters, to come over there. And so this guy named Padmasambhava and Lama Atisha, all these people, they went there, and then they also, whatever was available, Buddhism plus Tantra, they exported it to Tibet, and they just got this whole. I mean, Tibetan Buddhism is so fascinating. It's very amazing because they have all the teachings of the Buddha with all this rocket booster of Tantra attached to it, and their whole path is called Vajrayana, which is very fascinating because, and then it developed on its own trajectory, which is very different from whatever Indian Tantra turned out to be. The word etymological origin of the word swatantra, it like, which means independence. It also has the word tantra in it. And one of the meanings of tantra is technique or method or technique, right? Technique, method, device. So swatantra means something that is, he's reliant on his own device. Another meaning of the word tantra is that it is a loom, something that you uh, weave threads together with, something that is used to bind together. So you will find that a lot of these documents that document these techniques or methods are also called tantras. I mean, the tantra is the text. So you will have the Vigyan Bhairav Tantra, you will have the Vajrayogini Tantra, you will have this Tantra, that Tantra. So the text is also called Tantra. The method is also called Tantra. What they do is also called Tantra. So it's like a very open-ended kind of it's a very broad word. It means a lot of things. So in my next segment, I will explain some of the main features of Tantra, which mostly has to do with accepting whatever is. Okay, it is not like yoga. Yoga is about willpower, and Tantra is more about using whatever is coming up in your, which whatever is natural to you, using that to accomplish your goal instead of fighting against what is natural to you. That is like the core theme. So I will explain visualizations, why they are obsessed with cremation grounds and burial grounds, and why is Tantra always connected with sensual indulgences. Like these three themes I will explore as the meeting progresses. For now, we have the prepared speeches section, and I think Toastmaster Shivani is going to give her speech, and we have the evaluator for Toastmaster Shivani, who is Toastmaster Rashi. Is
Yes.
Toastmaster Rashi here? Can you explain the objectives of Toastmaster Shivani?
Yeah, sure. Good morning, everyone. Am I audible?
Yes.
Yeah. So, yes, this is Shivani's icebreaker speech. Her speech title is A Journey of Hope and Hustle. And she will be introducing herself. This is, I think so, she recently just joined, and this is very courageous of you taking up icebreaker speech. And I'm very excited to hear you. Her speech timing will be around 4 to 6 minutes.
No,
Toastmaster,
it's a 6 to 8 minutes.
in your evaluation form, it was around 4 to 6 minutes.
Okay.
Okay, you can, of course, utilize your time, and we'll see. Okay, so Toastmaster Shivani, A Journey of Hope and Hustle. Toastmaster Shivani, A Journey of Hope and Hustle.
Thank you, Toastmaster Rashi and Arjun. I'm audible to everyone. Hello, good morning, my fellow Toastmaster and guest present here. My name is Shivani Kumari, and I have recently completed my bachelor's degree in computer science and engineering from Harcourt Butler Technical University, Kanpur. I am from Varanasi, Uttar Pradesh, but I have completed my 10th and 12th from Saraswati Shishu Mandir, Vindanagar, Singrauli, Madhya Pradesh. When I moved from my old school to Saraswati Shishu Mandir, my father told me to join an English medium school. But at that time, I was scared because coming from a small Hindi medium school, I thought, how will I talk to people? What if I can't speak in English? There are lots of wrong thoughts and wrong decisions. Then I joined Saraswati Shishu Mandir. I got so many chances to improve myself, got many friends, and to play sports, and I really enjoyed it. But at the same time, my parents did not support me much in sports. Still, I kept doing my best. After class 12th, I prepared for JEE exam. Luckily, I got admission in HPTU Kanpur. When I joined college, I was very shy and introvert kind of people. But I met so many friendly and talkative people. In the first year of every college, I think, everyone have had big friend circle, maybe 10, 12 people. But by the time you finish your BTech, you have only 2 to 3 friends with you, stay with you. And that's also happened with me. You all relate this. And then came final year. The stress of placements. Oof. I gave interview for 4, 5 companies, and I was rejected in all of them. It felt so bad, but kept trying. In April, I had another interview, but this time I was confident. And finally, my placement coordinator shared a result in the official group without any email confirmation. I don't know why. My name was also there, and I got selected. At the same time, uh, our college fest was also happening, and I decided to celebrate and buy new clothes and enjoy every time. When I got selected, everyone was happy. My friends, my family, and of course me. But the next day, I felt very sick, like vomiting, fever, weakness. I was scared. Something did not feel good. On 15th of April, I got a call, and my placement coordinator said the company had canceled your offer. They said they have only 4 vacancies. And I was shocked. I was literally shocked. I'm silent. I was silent for 4-5 hours. Then I shared this news with my family and friends. One of my closest friends said something I will always remember, that this is not your personal failure. It's just your professional one. So don't lose your hope. You will get better opportunities. Just trust the process and trust the God. And at the same time, my parents was also supported me a lot. And then I realized if you have supportive parents and friends, you can face any kind of bad time in your life. Now, I have joined Toastmaster Club, and I want to grow my confidence and want to improve my communication skills. And I really enjoy. I really happy to be here. I get inspired with you all when I'm listening to you all, like Mukesh sir with his calm style, Toastmaster Monica ma'am with her energy, Toastmaster Rashi with her smiling throughout the session, and Toastmaster Mohit sir with his supportive nature and kindness, Toastmaster Vivek sir with his experience and wisdom, Toastmaster Neetal with her supportive nature and beautiful thoughts. All of you get so inspired. I'm really happy. I enjoy every session and happy to be a part of this amazing and beautiful family. Thank you so much.
I would request everybody to give her a standing ovation.